Hello, everybody. It's Bill, it's that college football guy here with another college football recap show. I've been recording this early because Sunday, oh man, I got a run I got to make. A couple of stops, no time to stop, so I'm going to get this in now. And Beavis and Butthead, I feel about some of the people around here around these days. A lot of them regarding college football. Still with the Big 12 takes. We've had a lot of things that have happened, small things. Paul Feinbaum and Lane Kiffin going at it. That was hilarious. Everybody and their mother obsessed with EA Sports College Football 25. Am I getting the game? No, I'm not. I have my own project, which I'm doing with the old game, which is rewriting history, and that's something else for another day. But there was also the one thing out of the game was kind of funny. That was Travis Hunter playing as Shedeur Sanders as Colorado, and he couldn't run. He was running for his life. And somebody in the comments, when he's doing a live stream reaction, says, "Is this Colorado team accurate?" Says, "Yeah, because this offensive line is trash." Man, just bury your own teammates. This is the culture you have, right, Prime? Wow. The lawsuit news on there by saying, oh, no, the lawsuit's going on. Look, peek around the corner, Greg Flugar, Big Mountain Podcast. They're both doing, everybody is doing videos on this, on the lawsuits. And still thinking the Big 12 is going to land Florida State and Clemson. No, but we'll let it go for now. Now, the thing I'm talking about is the one thing is I thought was dead. Why is the Super League coming back up again? Are we getting that desperate for content again, folks? I mean, seriously? Look. Private equity-backed Super League, $200 million per school for only the top 30 schools. It's nice. Except if you look at the back end of some of the proposals, we're talking about $200 million if everything falls in place, and that'd be getting paid by 2050. It may only be $75 million a school short term. And I'm like, the Big Ten and the SEC deals that pay more than that now. And it's like, everybody wants to, we're hearing the story of private equity coming in. It's over and over and over and over and over again. And every single person I'm here talking about this is outside the power two looking in. It's the same story as before. Making up whatever analogy you have to try to do something to make yourself feel like you're important. Although the one thing that did get me going was when Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, said that certain schools have been talked to by people from private equity about possibly doing this. And they said, why should we do this when we can do this ourselves? And they're going like, oh man, they're not going to go and leave the NCAA. No. Look, I said this a while back, that perhaps it's time for a new subdivision. Because the fact is, as I said this earlier, maybe I didn't get it on video, when the House settlement was announced, and the fact that other schools, smaller schools who had never participated in NIL were paying in on the settlement, there were a lot of their powerful alumni were getting pissed and talking to politicians about it. And, schools from FCS, Division II, Division III, NAIA are paying on this, and they never did NIL at any point ever. They didn't do any of this stuff. So they weren't the ones sued. It was the power conferences that were sued. So it's not fair to them. And it isn't fair to them. So they're getting pressure to go this, and Congress is like, well, if we do this, we have to do this for everybody and everything else. And I believe, still to this day, begrudgingly, Congress is going to give an antitrust exemption to the NCAA. Now, the problem is, if you lead the former Super League, you honestly think Congress is going to do this twice? I don't think they'll do it twice. They're going to begrudgingly do it once. Which means if you leave the NCAA, you're not getting an antitrust exemption. You're going to get sued into oblivion. So the only way this works is everybody stays in. And I've said this before. This is not sources. This isn't anybody making up stories. This is me, my idea. I took Charlie Baker's idea about a new subdivision, and I ran with it. We have FCS, Football Championship Subdivision. We have FBS, Football Bowl Subdivision. Create FAS, the Football Autonomous Subdivision. With autonomous schools, all those are going to forward, because that way, since Big Ten SEC want more control, more autonomy, give it to them. They have their own abilities on there. They can form their own college football playoff. They can do their own things. They can increase their revenue sharing. They can do all the things they want to do. And yet, since they're still part of Division I, they can still go into the NCAA basketball tournament. They don't have to do all that because they leave the NCAA. They can't compete in the tournaments. Oh, they'll do that for the school. They'll do that for football. The NCAA, if this goes down for lawsuits, is not going to want them a part of this. So, because if they leave and you're immune from the lawsuits, that's fine. But you take everything. Because we can't afford to have the lawsuits because of crap you do in football. The basketball program is sued, and therefore we get sued. No. It's all or nothing. And I think they know that. So, again, $200 million. Just how thirsty are we for clicks right now? I mean, I'm getting frustrated with some of this stupidity. I really am. Because it's like, look, I get it. I get it. You need content. You need things to do. You need something to say to make yourself feel valuable. They're going to kick out all the other schools. No, they are not. Because the fact is, you kick out schools right on there and do other things, or you leave and do these other things, and this bombs, where are you going to go? You have nowhere to go. And the fact, if you leave the NCAA, does that mean you're no longer part of the NCAA? Yes, it does. It's also mean the fact you're no longer part of the Department of Education because they're linked. Does that mean you're no longer an accredited university? This has been discussed before as a nuclear option they could do to stop this. And there's one thing, though, I personally want to talk about. This is me. All of you know I do watch other college football channels. I comment on everybody's stuff. I talk to... I love Numbskull News. I love college football. Big Mountain Podcast. God, there's too many to name. I'm going to miss somebody. There's way too many. I comment on a lot. College Football Addiction. At the time when I talk to them, there's just college underdogs. There's too many. And one kind of pissed me off, which is the reason why I basically have denounced the fact that since they've been doing this, I'm no longer doing it. A lot of you guys had told me to stay away from the lockdowns. Now, Locked On College Football was doing something about the Mountain West and the Pac-2 and how they had to do these things and misquoting information. So I was said, no, this is not how the information goes. This is how it actually is. Well, where are you at? And in the comment section, they're asking me, cite your sources. This is the executed copy of the Pac-12 separation agreement, and the legal copy of the executed copy of the Mountain West Pac-12 scheduling agreement. The actual PDF, which I have both saved, the 100+ pages of stuff that has all this on it, that details everything about the fines and everything, and the fine schedule. And for some reason, every single time I would list any of that information, forget putting a link up for the site, they'd automatically delete the comment. Those comments would get deleted too. Anything that would go anything else. I'm like, I thought everybody in Spencer and them were all above this childish stuff, but apparently I was wrong. We all make mistakes, dude. And I don't know why I'm even talking to Spencer, because he's never going to watch videos because he's wrapped up in his own little world right now with the rest of the people locked on who believe what they believe and believe their stories. And sometimes I do watch them on a continuous basis for the simple fact that they do some stuff that is so unrealistic. It's absolutely hilarious, and some of it's stupidity. And you do need a laugh every now and then, right? We need a laugh every now and then. So that's kind of the reason why I watch them still. I get some of these outrageous takes, and I'm going like, okay, I don't feel so bad for saying some of the things I've done, because I'm actually saying compared to some of this. But they're doing it for clicks. They're doing it because the bosses at Lockdown are telling them to. So, yeah. I mean, I've talked to him before. Talked to Spencer a couple times. Seemed like a nice guy. that somebody wants to prove something of truth, and you delete that way you can continue your narrative. Well, I'm done with y'all. I guess the comedy isn't worth it anymore. Well, way it happens. As my cats come downstairs to say hi, as they're going to go get their dinner. Oh, man. But yeah, there was a lot of small stuff this week in the Super League. I wasn't going to go too much into this stuff because I'm just getting fed up with it. Because it's like, guys, how thirsty for clicks do you have to be to keep posting the same crap? Oh, we're going to do this one. Oh, private equity is this. We've heard this song and dance before. As I've talked to people from the SEC and the Big Ten, and I know the same thing. It says, oh, so the ACC, the Big 12, and the G5 want to form their own conference? Hey, have at it. We're not going to be any part of it because we can make more money without you. We can have ability to get our own control. FAS, their own subdivision with their own rules that they be in charge of. That's me. I'm getting fed up with it. I'm getting tired of it. I will say this, by the time this gets up, remind everybody, it'll already be up on Twitter, on X. I will be posting the schedule, because 2 weeks ago was the ACC predictions, this past week was the Big 10, this week is the Big 12. This will be a 4-video series, and we got subscriber roll call on Friday. So that's how that's all going to go for this week. For all the videos going on there. I'll post the schedule of what schools. It's 4 4-school videos, plus the final one's going to have the recap of all the full standings and what the championship game is going to be and who's going to win it. That'll be in part 4. That's on Thursday next week. So, thanks everybody for watching. Kind of a weird little video for the week, but it was just a lot of little bits and pieces because we're in the off season. I'm not going to go into SEC Media Days and all the Media Days because everybody and their mother has covered it. Why should I go into this? The Greg Sankey comment about universities being contacted by private equity, that had some merit. But past that, what else? Other than the same song and dance. But that's me. But anyway. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you haven't done it already, do me a favor. Smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Are you as fed up with this Super League stuff as this? I mean, I've said that a Super League, per se, is that they think it won't happen. But a new subdivision, things go bad, yeah, I could see it happening. Down the road a ways, like the end of the college football playoff contract, it's not going to happen in the next 2 years like these people think, or at the end of this next upcoming season. Yeesh. So would you let me know all this down in the comments. Share the video if you want to. If you haven't done it already. If you haven't subscribed already, check out some of the other videos I've done. You have to go back in the back on there. Check out the other video. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm just on the way to 700 subscribers, slowly but surely on the climb to 1,000 to make some things happen. So again, thanks everybody for watching. You want to follow me on Twitter, on X, the link will be in the description. So you can go and check out. So I'd post that on there and post some other things. Ugh, man, I can't wait for the season to start. And that's why I'm kind of glad what these videos are going through, because we got ACC was last week, or 2 weeks ago. Then it's the Big 10, Big 12 this week, SEC the following week. Then the American, combining the Mountain West and the Pac-12, because there's still only 2 schools. That makes it 14, so that's 4 videos. And then the Sun Belt. Sun Belt starts on Monday. It's going to finish on Thursday. National Championship preview games of who the playoffs going to be in the thing on Friday. That Saturday is August 24th. Week 0 kickoff. We're here. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's having a great evening. Great day when you watch this. I hope you all enjoy it. It's been crazy around here. I'll get into that another time. But thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's enjoying yourselves. Be safe and please be good to each other.